The A-Team Challenge, a major project of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, is produced in partnership with the School District of Lee County, Waterman Broadcasting, and NBC2. This program features high school students in both public and private schools from 6 Southwest Florida counties as they compete in this exciting academic challenge. The A-Team Challenge is brought to you by the Suncoast Credit Union Foundation.
Hello everybody and welcome to another game of the A-Team Challenge. 2017 celebrates 28 years with the A-Team Challenge here in Southwest Florida, and we've seen a lot of great academic excellence in this part of the state. You can watch our games on Comcast and on CenturyLink on their education channels, and you can also find us this year on YouTube. We'll be posting our games to our Lee County or Lee Schools TV channel. Just go to youtube.com and search Lee Schools TV and you'll find us. This year we're excited to play our game with some updated questions and a new format. The subjects those students will be the same ones that you're familiar with: science, math, arts and humanities, language arts, social studies, general knowledge, and some current event questions are all in the mix today. Here are the rules for those of you folks at home, and also a refresher for the students. We're going to play 2 toss-up rounds, a little different this year. Each round, the questions are worth 10 points. Students, remember, you're to work individually in the first 2 rounds, no help from your teammates. If you miss a question, there's no penalty. The other team, however, will have a chance to hear the whole question and perhaps steal away the point. In the 3rd round, it will be called our lightning round. Students will select at random an envelope which has a specific subject, 1 subject per envelope, and 10 questions related to that specific subject. The excitement of the lightning round is the fact that the students have only 90 seconds to answer those 10 questions and possibly get another 100 points added to their score at the end. All right, so welcome to 2 fine schools here today. Charlotte High School is no stranger to the A-Team Challenge. Welcome and thanks for driving down today. And also Mariner High School, thanks for coming over the river. And Mariner High School, also no stranger to the A-Team Challenge as well. I'll introduce you to these team players at the beginning of the 2nd round, but let's get right to it to start. Students, put your hands on your buzzers. Get them in your hands. Here we go. Each question worth 10 points. Let's start the A-Team Challenge. A federal force dubbed the Watermelon Army put down what Pennsylvania rebellion of the 1790s, which was caused, Marissa, Charlotte?
The Whiskey Rebellion.
It was caused by an excise tax on the namesake alcohol. The Whiskey Rebellion. 10 points starts you off, Charlotte High School. What artist of The Charge of the Mamelukes painted a stigmata on a man who was about to be shot by a firing squad in the 3rd of May, 1808? Goya. Goya was the artist who painted that. Next for 10. What man's namesake laws state that no magnetic monopole exists and relate the electric field caused by a point charge to the amount of the charge? That's a tough science question there. The guy's name was Carl Gauss. Gauss's law. Next question for 10. Sequoyah created a syllabary that made reading and writing what native language possible? Native American language, Dalton.
Cherokee.
Cherokee is right. Good. 10 points for you. Charlotte High School, Cherokee is the correct response. What French novelist described an infant who requires 17,913 cows to provide his daily milk in a series about the giants Gargantua and Pantagruel? A lot of cows and a lot of milk. Francois Rabelais. Next question for 10. What 1729 satire by Jonathan Swift suggested that Irish poverty could be reduced by selling children as food? Joey, Mariner.
A Modest Proposal.
Good job, Joey. Exactly right. 10 points. Mariner, you're on the board. Next for 10. What man who was named Times Man of the Year in 1943 and 1947 was Secretary of State under Harry Truman and names a post-war plan for Europe? Brandon, Mariner.
John Marshall.
Judges? Sorry, incorrect. Charlotte High School. See, I wanted to give that to you, and that's why I had to give it to the judges. But his name was George Marshall. And since you said George, or John, I had to count you incorrect. All right, no problem. That was good try, both sides. Okay, next question for 10. What scholastic philosopher who was known as Dr. Angelicus argued for the existence of God in his Summa Theologica? Scholastic philosopher I'm looking for was St. Thomas Aquinas. Thomas Aquinas. Next question for 10. What article of the Constitution, which contains the case or controversy clause, creates the Supreme Court and outlines the judicial branch? Brandon Mariner?
The third.
Correct. The third article is the right response. 10 points, Mariner. Next for 10. London police are nicknamed Bobbies in honor of what conservative who became British Prime Minister in 1841? Might guess his first name was Robert. That's why they called him the Bobbies. Peel. Robert Peel was the name. All right, next question for 10. In programming, a string can be stored as an array of what data type, which can be encoded by ASCII, and which could be, Robert Mariner?
Bytes.
Could you be more specific?
No, byte.
No? Okay. The rest of the question is ASCII, which could be a letter, digit, or space. Charlotte? I needed the answer to be a little deeper. I'm looking for a character or cars. That's okay. Good try there, Robert. Thank you. Next question for 10. The mind's eye details a partial loss of vision by what British doctor who wrote about catatonic victims of encephalitis outbreak in Awakenings? That guy was Oliver Sacks. Oliver Sacks. Next question for 10. In what first book of Laura Numeroff's series of circular stories does a rodent continuously ask for different items, such as a glass of milk? Marissa, Charlotte.
If you give a mouse a cookie.
Yes, that is the right response. If you give a mouse a cookie, Charlotte High School, 10 points. Next for 10. What 23-year-old golfer who won the 2015... Marissa, Charlotte.
Jordan Spieth.
Spieth is the right one. You got that right away. As most recent American, ranked number 1. Spieth, 10 points, Charlotte High School. Next for 10, what company that developed the chainless bicycle Slada and issued a 2016 recall on its Malm line of dressers? Evan, Charlotte.
IKEA.
IKEA, that's the Swedish vendor of furniture. You got it, 10 points. Charlotte. Next question for 10, what country connected to Bahrain by the King Fahd Causeway, is home to the important Islamic cities of Medina and Mecca? Dalton, Charlotte?
Yemen.
No, not Yemen. Mariner. Medina and Mecca are in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. All right, we've got a good game going here. Charlotte High School's on the board with 50. Mariners nipping at the heels with 20. And we're going to come back and do another 10-point round. The A-Team Challenge isn't over. Don't go away.
The Foundation for Lee County Public Schools is celebrating 30 years of enriching education throughout the school district of Lee County. Throughout its history, the foundation has provided over $7 million in scholarships and $1.5 million in education grants. 170 teachers have received the prestigious Golden Apple Award. To learn more, visit www.leeschoolfoundation.org.
2 pennies by themselves don't add up to much. But when you're a Suncoast member, every time you swipe your Suncoast credit or debit card, Suncoast donates 2 cents to help children's programs where you live. That means Suncoast members help make their community a better place every day just by buying things with their cards. And when we add all those pennies from all those Suncoast card swipes together, we can give millions of dollars to our children's future. Visit SuncoastCreditUnion.com and learn how much Suncoast could save you.
This one's packed with hope. This one's packed with big dreams. This one's packed with inspiration. It may look like a simple brown bag lunch, but it's really a big way to make a difference. That's because when you become a Take Stock in Children mentor, it takes just 1 hour a week to make an impact that can't be measured. Change a life over lunch. Become a mentor today.
Take Stock in Children is a major program of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools. For more information on how you can become a mentor, call 239-337-0433 or email info@leeschoolfoundation.org.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to round 2 of the A-Team Challenge. We're game number 10. I'm going to introduce you to the student players now. We've got 2 fine high schools here today. Let's start with the right side. This is Charlotte High School. Charlotte's first position team captain is Dalton. Dalton Larson is a senior this year, wants to head off to the University of Florida and study marketing. Dalton, welcome. Next to him is Marissa Nash. Great answers with your literature questions there. Senior this year, University of Florida is where she'd like to head as well. Wants to study biology and chemistry, or biochemistry, I guess, biochemistry. In the back row is Evan. Evan Flores is a senior as well, off to the University of Florida. I think these guys might be sharing an apartment up there or something. Environmental sciences is what he wants to study. Maybe I'll see him in the weather office at NBC2 someday. Good luck to you in the future, Evan. Rounding out the team is our junior from Charlotte High School, Claire Adams, wants to also go to the University of Florida, and she plans to study electrical engineering. All right, good luck to Claire and Evan and Marisa and Dalton. The coach at Charlotte High School is Rick Weston. In the Mariner High School side, we've got Robert is the team captain there. Robert Herring is a senior, wants to go to the University of Florida and study electrical engineering. Next to Robert is Carla. Carla Galvez is a senior this year as well. She wants to go to the University of Tampa, there she is, and study radiology. In the back row, Joey Lineberry is a senior, off to the University of Florida. That's a popular school for these 2 teams. Wants to study civil engineering. And Brandon Levy rounds out the team. Brandon's a senior as well. He's going to FSU, though, to study marketing and business. So Brandon, Joey, Carla, and Robert under the coaching of Jennifer Clisetti at Mariner High School. All right, students, let's get some more questions in here. Each one is still worth 10 points. Let me see your hands on your buzzers. Everybody's got them. And we're off. 10-point question. The Golden Bull of 1356 regulated the election of which position that nominally ruled over the German states and whose holders include Charles V? That's a history question for you, isn't it? It's the Holy Roman Emperor was the name I was looking for, the Holy Roman Emperor. Next question for 10. Emma Lazarus's poetic line, "Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame," is an allusion to which wonder of the ancient world? Claire, Charlotte.
The Colossus.
Correct. The Colossus of Rhodes is the right response. 10 points, Charlotte High School. Good job. Next question for 10. What Greek goddess, who was awarded an apple inscribed "For the fairest" by the Trojan prince Paris? Dalton, Charlotte.
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite cheated on her husband with Ares. Correct. 10 points, Charlotte High School. Next for 10, what particles produced in radioactive decay consist of 2 protons and 2 neutrons? Robert, Mariner?
Beta particles.
Nope, not beta. Sorry. Charlotte? Evan?
Alpha particles.
Alpha particles is the right one. Good try, Robert. Alpha particles gets you 10 points, Charlotte High School. Next for 10, what acidic compound, which is produced in the Monsanto and Cativa processes, has chemical formula CH3COOH and is the active ingredient in vinegar? Dalton, Charlotte?
Acetic acid.
Acetic acid is the right response. Charlotte High School, 10 points. The fortress of Louisbourg was built in what North American colony, based in modern-day Canada and first explored by Jacques Cartier? Brandon, Mariner?
Quebec.
Good try. Nope, I'm sorry. That's not the one I need. Charlotte? The answer I'm looking for is New France, or Nouvelle France. Okay, next question for 10. The soldier Miles Hendon assists the royal protagonist of what novel in which Tom Canty switches places with his look-alike? It's a work by Mark Twain. Great premise, great novel. It's The Prince and the Pauper. The Prince and the Pauper. Next question for 10. George Gershwin wrote what work scored to include taxi horns based on his visits to a European capital? That didn't even help, did it? An American in Paris. An American in Paris. Next question for 10. What composer of the duet Enfant du Temple Saint from the Pearl Fishers also wrote Seguidilla and Habanera for the cigar-making gypsy Carmen? Bizet, Georges Bizet. All right, no harm, no foul there. Next question for 10. A compound with 4 bonding pairs and 2 lone pairs on the central atom will adopt what Vesper geometry, which is exhibited by xenon tetrafluoride? The compound is the square planar compound, square planar. Next question for 10. Which queen was smuggled inside a carpet to Julius Caesar and eventually Dalton, Charlotte?
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra died after her lover Mark Antony lost the Battle of Acedum by a snake bite. All right, well, he didn't die that way, she did. Anyway, 10 points, Charlotte High School, Cleopatra. Next question for 10. What member of the Corps of Discovery died of mysterious gunshot wounds along the Natchez Trace in 1806? (1806), a clue. Corps of Discovery, a clue. It was Meriwether Lewis. Meriwether Lewis, the Lewis and Clark expedition. Next question for 10. What territory, whose northern border is called La Línea de la Concepción, is a British possession at the southern end of the Iberian Peninsula? Robert.
Gibraltar.
Correct. It's Gibraltar. You got 10 points. Mariner High School. That's at the end of the Iberian Peninsula. Good job. In an August 2016 speech, now President Donald Trump controversially implied that Hillary Clinton's Supreme Court appointments could be stopped by what people? Joey, Mariner High School.
Second Amendment people.
Second Amendment people. Good job on your current events there. 10 points, Mariner High School. Next for 10, what Platonic solid is dual to the dodecahedron, has 5 faces, meet at each of its 12 vertices, has 30 edges, and has 20 triangular faces? Yeah, that's the icosahedron. The icosahedron. All right, next question for 10. Before writing Ulysses, James Joyce published what semi-autobiographical novel about the poet, aspiring poet, Stephen Dedalus? Some pronounce it Daedalus, but either way, didn't help. So 10 points, not gone there. It was a portrait of the artist as a young man. That was what I was needed there. All right, 10 points up for grabs now. Cosmic radiation transformed Ben Grimm into what Marvel superhero? A stony orange member of the Fantastic Four, who often... Joey Mariner?
The Thing.
The Thing. He yells, it's clobbering time. Got 10 points right at the end there. Good job. You're up to 50. Charlotte's doubled that at 100. But a reminder now, we're going to play a new edition of the A-Team Challenge this year called the Lightning Round. Students have a chance to get up to 100 points by answering the questions in a specific subject coming up. The deal is they'll only have 90 seconds to do it. You don't want to miss it. It's anybody's game. We'll be right back.
Our schools are faced with increasing budgetary challenges. Now, there's an easy way for all of us to support education. By purchasing a License for Learning plate and renewing it each year, $20 are contributed to our schools to help our children. Support the License for Learning campaign. If you've got a car, get involved. For more information, call the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, 239-337-0433. Get involved.
The Foundation for Lee County Public Schools is celebrating 30 years of enhancing education throughout Lee County. With the support of the business community and community at large. More than 3,000 students have participated in hands-on learning opportunities at local STEM businesses through our STEM at Work program.
One of you can hand the seeds out, one can plant and one can water.
This is actually my favorite class. In this one, I'm growing okra, and that one, we're growing lettuce.
Our Take Stock in Children and student advocacy and mentoring programs have provided more than 5,000 hours of mentoring to low-income, at-risk students. And this year, more than 350 students will attend our college and career readiness workshops. If you would like to learn more about how you or your business can get involved, please visit us online at www.leeschoolfoundation.org.
All right, welcome back. It's an exciting time to conclude this round of the A-Team Challenge, Charlotte High School versus Mariner High School. And I want to introduce you to the full team now. We've got some alternates on board. So we'll start on the Charlotte High School side. This is Jonathan Sylvain. Jonathan, give us a wave so we know which one is you. Senior, going to University of South Florida and study biomedical sciences. And next to him is Irion Fletcher. He's a junior this year and wants to go to the University of Chicago, study constitutional law. Welcome to you guys. On this side, we have the twins. We have Catherine and Caitlin Rossman. I think that's great. Both seniors, obviously. University of Florida for Catherine. Give us a wave. Which one's Catherine? That's her. Wants to study physical therapy. And Caitlin also wants to go to the University of Florida, and she wants to study occupational therapy. Now, can you imagine? You get hurt, and you can go get the twins to take care of you. All right. Good job, guys. So here's how it works. I've got 2 envelopes. Inside each envelope is a different subject with 10 questions per subject. The students have 90 seconds to answer as many questions as they can. There's a little strategy involved in this final round. They can pass. If there's time, we'll go back and try to get the answer for them. So Mariner High School is going in with 50 points. We've got 100 points over here. So we'll start with Mariner High School. Which color envelope do you want? You want the purple one. So yellow goes to Charlotte. Your subject for the final lightning round is going to be Brazil. Brazil is your subject. I want you to answer the following about the country of Brazil. Pretty straightforward, right? All right, get together, get tight, get ready to work. I got 90 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Brazil's most populous city.
Rio de Janeiro.
Sorry, incorrect. Paul Landowski statue in Rio de Janeiro that depicts Jesus.
Cristo de Redentor.
Cristo de Redentor.
Cristo
de Redentor?
Something like that, yes.
Sorry, incorrect.
Okay.
World's largest tropical rainforest found mainly in Brazil.
Amazon rainforest.
Correct. Type of Brazilian slum, one of which is called the City of God.
Favela.
Correct. Official language of Brazil.
Portuguese.
Portuguese is correct. Massive dam on the Paraná River operated by Brazil and Paraguay.
Pass.
Pass on that one. Other than Chile, the only South American country not to border Brazil.
Venezuela.
Sorry, incorrect. Massive festival held in Rio de Janeiro before Lent.
Pass.
Pass that one. Fertile grassland found in Argentina, Uruguay, and southern Brazil.
Papadores.
No, sorry, incorrect. Largest fluvial island in the world found in eastern Brazil.
Pass.
Pass on that. First question you passed on. The massive dam, Paraná. It's on the Paraná River, operated by Brazil and Paraguay. All right. That was the Itaipu Dam. You also passed on the festival held in Rio. I thought you would get that one, the Carnival. And the last one was the largest fluvial island in the world found in eastern Brazil. That's the Marajo Island. Marajo. Okay. Yeah, I heard it here too. Give me your answer again for this, for B, the statue in Rio de Janeiro.
Cristo de Redentor.
Cristo de Redentor.
Tick-tock. Judges?
We just wanted to give
Yeah, I know. So it's no?
So close.
No? No. Okay. So you got 1, 2, 3. You got 3 right answers. That gives you 30 extra points. We were looking for Christ the Redeemer. All right. We wanted the right word, and that may have some Spanish sound to it, but we wanted the right answer in English. All right. So you got 30 points there. That was very good. You're back up to 80. Charlotte High School. This is your subject. Are you ready to go? fighting for a little cool school spirit now, so we'll see how many points you can get. Your subject is letters in science. Letters in science. So I'm going to ask you, what single English or Greek letter denotes these things? I'll give you a thing. You have to tell me the English letter or the Greek letter that it denotes. All right? Letters in science. 90 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Ratio of a circle's area to its radius squared.
Pi.
Correct. Male sex chromosome in humans.
Y.
Y is correct. Rays with energy higher than X-rays.
Gamma.
Correct. Base that normally pairs with the A in DNA.
D.
No, incorrect. Triangular deposit of sediment at a river's mouth.
Delta.
Correct. Atomic symbol for tungsten.
W.
W is correct. Statistic that is squared in a namesake test of independence.
Pass.
Pass on that one. Principal quantum number, which sets the upper limit for the quantum number L.
Pass.
Pass on that one. Symbol for Boltzmann's constant, sometimes followed by the subscript B.
Pass.
Pass on that one too. Followed by 2V. It's the spectral class of the sun.
Pass.
Pass on that one. Your first pass question was the statistic that is squared in a namesake test of independence.
R.
No, sorry, incorrect. Principal quantum number that sets the upper limit for the... Okay, those last four were pretty hard ones, but you did really well up front. Let me just tell you real quick. The statistics that's squared in the namesake test of independence is chi. The principal quantum number for that upper limit of the number L is N. Go figure. The symbol for Boltzmann's constant, sometimes followed by subscript B, is K. And followed by 2V, it's the spectral class of the sun, and that was G. So those were pretty hard questions. You guys got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right. That adds 50 more points to your score. You'll be moving on to the second round. Congratulations, Charlotte High School. Good job, Mariner High School. That's the result of our 18 challenge. Thank you for watching us today.